Hey, what's going on, guys? Brandon here with Texas Plinking, making a quick video comparison between two battle-ish rifles. I say battle-ish because they're the semi-auto version, but to my right, your guys' left, we have the SIG Spear. This is chambered in 7.62 by 51. And in my left, your guys' right, we have the FN SCAR 17S. S for semi-auto again. But just because they're semi-auto doesn't mean we can't have our fun with them and compare them a little bit. This gun here, the SCAR, is my personal rifle I've owned for a few years and have a decent amount of time with it because I have three different iterations, the 16, 17, and the 20S. But this is new to me. In fact, this is not even my personal rifle, but I have not shot it yet. So you guys are gonna see my genuine first impressions. And I might have an AR-10 behind me too. We might compare just to see what a direct impingement version feels like on a budget if you need to shoot 7.62 by 51 out of a battle rifle type platform. But like I said, this one is not mine. In case you guys haven't seen the two videos in the past where I told you guys about the giveaway, today, May 7th, is the last day to get entered to win this gun. That's why it's not mine, unfortunately, but it could be one of yours. So once again, we're partnered with getenteredtowin.com. The way you guys get entered, follow the instructions and the link in the description at getenteredtowin.com. And that giveaway ends today, May 7th. If you're watching this, I'm uploading it on May 7th as well. So you have until 11:59 PST, I believe. So yeah, get your entries in the way you do that. Again, link in the description, follow the instructions, buy a limited edition collectible, and with every purchase, you get entered to win. I haven't seen a whole lot of these hit the street, so they are going for a premium. I think the MSRP is in the mid 4,000s, but they're selling for near $7,000 because they're so hot right now. So that being said, you guys can win this gun while it's hot. Pretty freaking cool. So again, link in the description. You guys have until, well, a few hours left. So that being said, let's go ahead and get into the spec sheet. Yes, I wrote it down so I don't forget anything. Then we're going to go ahead and just call an audible, kind of tell you guys what I think about them through just impressions, and we're going to go ahead and shoot. Should be a good time. Like I said, this one particularly is chambered in 7.62 by 51. There's also a 6.5 Creedmoor version coming out in the not too distant future. And then that one weird proprietary one I should remember, but I don't. I think it's 277 Fury or something. I don't know, but this one right here, 7.62 by 51. It's got a 16-inch barrel, and you see it currently with the 20-round mag, and it takes AR mags, which is pretty cool. It came with a 20-round PMag polymer one, but this is a metal mag from ASC. Yeah, ASC, and that fits in there, no problem. Locks back. Haven't shot it yet, but seems to be compatible so far, but compatible with all AR-10 mags. Although you see AR ergonomics, this is not a direct impingement AR rifle. In fact, you could fold off the buffer tube off to the side. The buffer tube is only there just to take AR compatible stocks. This is a piston driven gun. Speaking of the stock, again, it's compatible with anything AR because it has that buffer tube, but it comes from the factory with the Magpul SLM. A very, very tiny stock, to be honest. I'll go ahead and swap that out if this were mine, just because it doesn't really rest on my shoulder blade all that well. But it's a tiny stock. Kind of makes the gun look like it skipped leg day. I've said that before. Yeah, abnormally small stock on this. But then again, it's on a buffer tube, so make it whatever you want. Thought I'd mention that. The gun, naked, without the mag or the optics I threw on here, weighs 9.2 pounds. Pretty stout. As you can see, it does not come with any backup iron sights, but you do have this rail that's one piece from here to here, monolithic, and then it continues on this piece here all the way through, so you could add your backup sights if you want. Other than the pick rail here, you see M-lock slots here, and then a little bit of an angle here, as well as, of course, on the bottom. Overall length is 38.3 inches. I believe that is when it is fully collapsed. As far as the charging handle, you have a traditional AR style here. Again, all the ergonomics for the most part, if you're familiar with ARs, you'll be familiar here as well. So traditional charging handle, but then this little folding side charger as well. As you can see, we got it to lock back there and release. Gotta watch your thumb when you do that, just realized. Anyway, so that's pretty cool just because if you're laying down in the prone position or your optic setup makes it a little tricky to do this, that side charger, and it's really nice just the way that folds away. Really cool. All the controls are ambidextrous. So we got mag release where you would traditionally see that on an AR, shaped a little differently here, as well as here. So go ahead and ditch that. We have got our bolt release on both sides as well. So obviously the ping pong paddle here, we could release here or with our index finger here. So not traditional on the AR, but again, everything that you would expect from the AR is on here, plus some extras. We got the ambi fire selector as well. All right, the SCAR 17S, this too is chambered in 7.62 by 51 with a 16.25 inch barrel. If you want a 6.5 Creedmoor SCAR, you're gonna have to go to the SCAR 20S, which has got a 20-inch barrel. This currently too has a 20-round mag, but it is a FN proprietary mag, so that doesn't mean cheap either. I have seen third parties make lower receivers for the SCARs that will take AR-10 mags, but just talking about how these things come out of the box, this is a FN SCAR 17 and 20 mag. This too, of course, is not a direct impingement rifle. It is a gas piston operated with adjustable gas system for suppression shooting. I forgot to mention, the MCX SPEAR has got that as well, has a little label here for suppressed. This rifle naked without accessories is 8 pounds. SCARs get a bad rep for being heavy, but it's really just the accessories you throw on them. For a 308 semi-auto rifle, 8 pounds is actually pretty acceptable, so it's lighter than the MCX SPEAR for sure. And from the factory, you do get backup iron sights. That front one here, and then the rear one that just goes onto that Picatinny rail, comes with it out of the box though, with different range solutions and all that kind of stuff. So there is that. No M-lock on this guy. We got Picatinny rails here. I went ahead and threw a rail cover there, Picatinny rail on the bottom with an angled grip. But yeah, so this has got Picatinny rails throughout, whereas the MCX SPEAR has got M-lock throughout. Overall length on this one is 36 inches. I believe that too is when it's fully collapsed, but not folded. There's pretty much 2 generations of SCAR 17 to talk about. And I have the earlier one with a reciprocating charging handle, side charging handle again, no AR kind of traditional back here. So side charging, here we go, lock back. And each time you shoot, this thing does reciprocate. The newer ones, 16, 17, and the SCAR 20 of the latest generation is a non-reciprocating charging handle, which is nice because you're not going to get caught up on anything and hit your thumb. But this is the older school one, and that thing does move. Otherwise, everything on here is also ambi. We'll go ahead and lock this back, ditch the mag right here. We could have done that on this side as well. As far as the bolt release, actually, that is not ambi. It's only on the left side, right of there. But the fire selector is ambi. There we go. And it moves on a 45-degree angle. That's all I wrote down for the spec sheet, just to keep it nice and brief. But to tell you guys a little bit about each of these guns, this right here is equipped with a Vortex Razor Gen 3 1-10 by 24. And this one, because it's not mine, I kind of threw some random optics together. This has got a Vortex 3x magnifier and an EOTech EXPS 3-0, something like that. So yeah, again, we're not really comparing apples to oranges as far as the optic setup. Out of the box, this is going to come with a more aggressive muzzle brake. Not this one right here though. It would probably be a lot more concussive and flat shooting recoil wise, but I swapped it out for an AAC 3-prong 51 tooth device. And this one comes out of the box with a 3-prong device, so maybe I made that fair unintentionally. Some of the things I noticed, the MCX SPEAR has got some QD points kind of thrown all over the place, which is nice, versus there is nothing on the SCAR. At this point, I'm just saying things to fill in the video. Enough of that, I say we just shoot them. Let's go ahead and start with what I'm familiar with, the SCAR 17S. And just for what it's worth, the reason I'm going to be shooting only these targets, the 2 silhouettes to the left and then the 4 swingers to the right is the only stuff that's going to be rated for this caliber. Haven't shot this in a little while, but feels familiar. All right, let's just jump right into the MCX SPEAR. Ruh-roh. Quick little correction there. I know what you guys are thinking. Why would I enter to win this gun? It's not cycling. My bad. I had it on the suppress setting, so maybe that's why it felt ever so slightly softer than the SCAR, because the SCAR's on its normal setting. So here the arrow points down for normal, that's as far left as it could go, and suppressed this way. We had it there. So I'm surprised it cycled the other ones because it was not on the right gas setting. So now we should be good. Let's get some more impressions with the recoil this way. Just for fun, last minute I went ahead and grabbed this right here, because the SCAR 17 goes for over $3,000. The MCX SPEAR today goes for almost $7,000. Let's just go ahead and bring a direct impingement AR-10 into the mix. This is a Springfield Armory St. Victor 308 with a 16-inch barrel, so it's kind of going for that same battle rifle-esque feel to it. So this too is chambered in 308 or 7.62 by 51. 5 rounds in here. Let's just go ahead and jump right into it. Okay, right away that felt better, but then I realized why. I forgot, this is the only one with a muzzle brake. So it's a little bit more concussive, but it shot so much flatter. So that's all in the muzzle device. A good old AR-10 is always a great option too. But let's go back to the bougie, try out some double taps, see how repetitive I could be here. I need some practice with 16-inch 308s, man. I know what you guys are wondering. Given that these are gas piston driven guns, how do they shoot when the stock's folded? Let's find out. There goes some beard hair. Going back and forth between these two battle rifles, it's hard to pick a favorite, so I think what I need to do is really go back to back and waste no time. Yeah, man, I'll tell you what, both of these are winners. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pick a favorite. That was my comprehensive test between the two. I think that's what the military trials do as well. All right, look, I know this very well could be your next rifle, but I don't care. I'm going to go ahead and commence the drop test because I'm curious what it's made out of. No, I'm just kidding, guys. Just want to get some first impressions. Not going to torture these things because this is my baby and this could be yours. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about these two rifles, the MCX SPEAR and 7.62x51 versus the 17S. Kind of final conclusions here. Both of them, as far as my recreational shooter's point of view, both of them are feel pretty similar. They're both piston-driven 308s or 7.62x51s, similar length barrels. Battle rifles, I mean, recoil impulse and everything, they feel about the same. As far as a long-term review, I can't really speak to the SPEAR on that one. But from an immature point of view, let's see here. This is cool because it was recently adopted. And this is cool just because it's so recognizable. If you're into guns or not even into guns, you're going to recognize the silhouette of a SCAR. And when you think of the SCAR, you're probably going to think of the 17 or the heavy. And then with this, someone who maybe doesn't know will just think it is a cool color on an AR-10, but obviously we know that's more than that. It's a very, very well thought through rifle. It's a very cool platform, the MCX in general, and now with these bigger bores, very freaking cool. So I'm not gonna tell you how to spend your money. The fact of the matter is though that you can win this. So once again, link in the description, follow those instructions down there, and you guys can get entered to win this. That'd be a pretty cool way to get one of these because like I said, right now the market's a little too hot for them for my liking. So I'm gonna wait my turn, and once I could get one for retail, then I will do so, but I'm in no rush. Both are freaking sweet guns though. But then again, I brought out an AR-10 direct impingement just for fun, and hey, that's a great rifle too. So you don't need to necessarily spend the 3,000 plus to get into the battle rifle game. Thought at the very least we'll have some fun shooting around with some 308 battle rifles. So that does it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. See you guys next time.